This City of Light, Chapter 19. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira, with artwork for the opening and thumbnail image by YANE on Pixiv. Give this video a like if you like it. Prior 18 parts are also in the description box, and yeah, enjoy. Marinette Dupang Cheng, Paris, France, the 19th of December. This would be the last Christmas with Adrian for a while, wouldn't it? This might be the last Christmas with Adrian ever, if he liked the States. A year changes everything. She'd changed herself in a year, too. Dropping out of her program shocked everyone, including herself, but once she realized she might be stuck in the same mindset as when she first got her Miraculous, the evidence piled up. It's okay for interests to change, and if she still wanted to major in fashion, merchandising, and design after taking some time to learn about herself, so be it. She'd just go back. But now was as good a time as any to take a year off and explore. Take a year off and explore without her partner in her life. She had a professor this semester who, during the first class session, told them if they weren't mentally well enough to turn assignments in on time or show up to class, then they should drop the course. He wasn't rude about it, although sometimes being direct is interpreted as such. He was straightforward in saying that if you aren't healthy enough to come to class, mentally or physically, then you need to take time off to heal. Both she and Adrian didn't take time off after taking down Hawkmoth. They both jumped into their next responsibilities head first, and it might be why they've swallowed the chasms of emotions until nearly drowning out of sight. How does someone do it? How can you rediscover yourself? Not having any bills to pay was an immeasurable blessing, but not attending school surely wasn't enough to teach her about herself. Marinette, dear, that's the 4th sigh in 10 minutes. What's going on? Her mother asked. How do people find themselves? Marinette traced the rim of her glass with her fingertip, her meal cold in front of her. If you have a few extra thousand, some go on trips. I'm serious. Although she wouldn't say no to a cruise. Sabine let out a soft laugh, then reached for Marinette's hand. Remember what Alia said about writing? You can't write about life if you don't experience it. Exactly. How would you know if you like strawberries if you've never eaten them? But I have eaten strawberries. I like them. You know what I mean. She patted her head. The best way out of depression is oftentimes the opposite of how you got into one. Solitude if you're overstimulated, company if you're understimulated. People disagree with that ideology, you know. Marinette, I see you go out and do things often, but when's the last time you went out just by yourself? Touché. What am I gonna do? Pretend to be a tourist in Paris for a year? I'm happy to call you Emily. Ha ha. Marinette sighed and rolled her eyes. Okay, Mom. Thanks. Another in one ear, out the other conversation for the books. You could do what I did the first time your father and I broke up. You and Dad broke up? She turned to her mother, blinking rapidly, as if focusing her vision would give her clarity on the absurdity of the question. Twice, yes. Anyway, Sabine glazed over the bomb of information she casually dropped. I had an instructor who told us to spend a week as if we'd come back from the dead. Now I'm quite lost. Imagine you died. Wouldn't you be ecstatic to come back and make macaroons with your father? How does this relate to you and Dad breaking up? You're missing the point, Marinette. Go enjoy something this coming year with fresh eyes. Get excited over vending machines. Go to Spain. Do something, and do it by yourself this time. You can't figure out who you are if you're masking your reactions for the people you spend your time with. That last sentence hit harder than it should. When was the last time she did something without an audience? Without Tiki? Just as before, she was right. Marinette was stuck at 13, despite being an adult in college. How different was she now? What did she actually want for herself? Who had she become? Thanks, Mom. Dropping out of school this semester was the right choice after all, wasn't it? Where are you going? I'm gonna go buy a harp, Marinette said over her shoulder before grabbing her purse. Marinette, what? Her mother began, cut off by the door closing. It's up and away from now on, right? Carpe diem, live like you died, all of that? Well, fine. Marinette could do that. Granted, she might be in a manic state right now, but maybe she wasn't. Maybe she wanted to feel something instead of thinking about how she felt about something. Either way, this city of light waited for her as she stepped outside, full of possibilities and unexplored adventures. All she had to do was create a path, foregoing the map she drew herself as a child years ago. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 20, is on the way. In the meantime, you check out these other videos for more fanfiction, blah, blah, blah. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you aren't sure what to comment, put Marinette's new adventure. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!